Coming up in today's video, we're going to talk about a new WWE departure that's been confirmed. Also, a potential huge debut for TNA at Bound for Glory. And we are going to talk about a possible TNA departure. It's all coming up right here on the Ango Show. And if you guys want more videos like this, don't forget to click that subscribe button and ring that bell. We are in the hunt for 100,000 subscribers. And now would be a good time to let you know about nordvpn.com/Ango. Crown Jewel is this weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, if you know, you know, make sure you check it out. NordVPN gives you a sweet deal, 77% off the 2-year plan, plus you get 3 extra months. It equates to $3.09 a month. What an absolute steal. Hopefully you guys take advantage of that. I want to kick things off with the inspiration because today we got some contract news. The new TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champions potentially could be out of the company. We'll see what happens here, but a new report from Fightful Select has revealed that their current contracts with the company are set to expire after this weekend's pay-per-view. Now, they recently won the titles. They've been in TNA under a short-term deal, but there is some uncertainty here. Now, the report does note that TNA has already expressed a strong interest in keeping them, and the internal expectation is that a new deal will be reached. But as you guys know, it's a busy contract season. WWE, TNA, AEW. I mean, AEW now has a women's tag team division. You have to wonder what could potentially happen here. Now, I'm a big fan of the Inspiration, formerly known as the Iconics, and I like what they're doing in TNA. So I would prefer to not see any change. But as you guys know, anything could happen. In professional wrestling, we are at a stage where people are leaving, people are signing other places. It's a much healthier industry in 2025 than I think ever before. And because of that, it is nice to see stories like this where there is a strong interest, right? TNA is a relatively smaller company, but they're such an awesome company to watch. You don't want them necessarily losing all of their talent to WWE or AEW. So what I'm hoping for here, and my expectation would be that they re-sign with the company, even if it's for another year, not a big deal. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. Obviously, the free agency market today is crazy. It is. And it's a good thing, though. Like, it's a good thing for the talent. The talent have so many more opportunities. WWE is not the end-all, be-all. Obviously, the Inspiration just took part of the Survivor Series women's tag team match at WWE NXT Showdown, which is really huge. But, of course, with something like this, I expect them to stay in TNA. I would like to see them stay in TNA. And I would like to see them on a pretty lengthy run as the TNA Knockouts Tag Champions. Obviously, if we have any more updates or if they do decide to depart the company, I'll keep you guys updated on the channel as well. All right, guys, let's talk about it. Let's keep on the subject of TNA and a potential debut. This one is shocking, but this one is exciting. I'm talking about BDE, Brandon Does Everything. Now, you guys might know Brandon Does Everything because of YouTube. He is one of the largest pro wrestling content creators on the platform, who has been recently killing it in professional wrestling at PW Revolver. And right now there's some amazing stuff that's just happened. He won the Remix Championship from AJ Francis. That was a really fun feud. Then you have Chris Danger, who recently turned heel on him. They're doing a lot of cool stuff here. But what's actually really interesting is BDE put out a tweet on Twitter. And BDE put out this tweet. I'm going to read it to you guys. You can let me know what you think. But he says, I'll be sitting front row at TNA Bound for Glory this Sunday. But what I really want is to be in that Call Your Shot gauntlet. It may not be soon, but my goal is to be in TNA. Who else wants to see that? Now, this tweet is absolutely going viral. So many people are engaging with it. So many people are excited about this possibility. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. I am super excited about this possibility. I go pretty back with Brandon. Years and years and years ago, prior to the WWE 2K, I think it was like 2K17 or 2K18, the red carpet event in New York. I spoke with Brandon prior to the event. I actually introduced him. I met him. I introduced him to a plethora of other creators, and this kid took off. I think at that point, maybe he had like 50,000 subscribers. He took off. Now this kid is an absolute massive giant in the world of professional wrestling and content creation. But what's cool is BDE went from being a content creator to now, I mean, he is literally killing it in the ring. So for me, there's a lot of excitement here because I'm witnessing, like, in real time, basically one of the biggest evolutions in the wrestling space on the internet. BDE is also incredibly talented in the ring. He's picking up on this. And I think what's really unique about this is, yes, the work that he's doing in PWR is awesome. But imagine, Call Your Shot Gauntlet match, BDE debuts on TNA. That's a pretty big crossover, man. This kid has a huge audience. And not only that, but this is the kind of stuff that makes professional wrestling fun. I'm not saying BDE has to go in there and win the gauntlet and call his shot for a world title and win it, but to make an appearance, to be in a match, I like stuff like that, man. It makes wrestling feel fun and fresh. And BDE is one of the very few good guys in this community. Honestly, from when I went full time, if it wasn't for him and some of his advice, who knows if I'd be even doing this as a job. So a lot of praise. I hope it actually does happen, and I'm starting to get that feeling it is going to happen. So that should be very exciting. If you guys want to see it, make sure you drop your support on social media. Let TNA know that's what you want to see. And that brings us to our final topic. Zeta Steel is leaving the WWE. Now, Zeta Steel is somebody part of the WWE ID program, and through that, we have seen her on WWE Evolve on Tubi. But Zeta Steel has revealed on social media that she's decided not to renew her WWE ID contract. She came out on Twitter and said, "I've decided not to renew my WWE ID contract. I'm incredibly grateful for all the knowledge, experience, and opportunities I've gained along the way. But at the end of the day, I have to just do what's best for me. I'm only 21 and have done so much, but I'm just getting started. Thank you." Now, Zeta Steel is another young, up-and-coming, talented individual in the world of professional wrestling. And I remember seeing her prior to joining WWE and having high praise for her. And then she joins WWE, and how can I even change my words on that? How can I change my way of thinking? She is still so talented, and the fact that she's only 21, it's a big deal. Now, the WWE ID program is interesting to me because I don't know how beneficial it truly is for the world of professional wrestling. We're going to discover probably in a couple months if it's really worth it or not. But Zeta Steel leaving WWE and taking a chance on her own tells me that maybe there's an opportunity for her elsewhere. Now, you never know. It could be AEW, it could be TNA, it could be a variety of companies. But it would be kind of cool to see Zeta Steel go to TNA. I think TNA is good at developing talent. I think it's a great spot for young and up-and-comers to mix it up with veterans. And in addition to that, I think for Zeta Steel, being part of the WWE ID program, there was definitely some benefits to it. She definitely learned a lot. But now it's time for her to really develop her own without the WWE umbrella. And I think that's just a big thing. It's a huge thing, really. And I like to see when people take chances on themselves. This doesn't mean that it's the end of her in WWE. I mean, there's always a chance that she could come into WWE in the future, but we'll see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Ango Show.